I thought he was really good. That was my first time talking with Steve Macklin. I thought I did an excellent job. So again, Impact Wrestling is in Kissimmee this Friday and Saturday night. They got a couple of big shows there. And like I said to him, we were at Impact about a month ago. It was my first Impact show. It was really a lot of fun. Really fun. They got some good stuff going on right now. And I know their Hard to Kill pay-per-view this past weekend was a monster show. They sold it out. So super affordable. Ticketmaster.com. You can go check that out. And I appreciate my man Ross over there with Impact Wrestling helping set that up. Let's get to big deal or not a big deal. You know what I'm talking about. Here we go. All right. There's a lot happening here. We got to make sure that we get in here. Big deal or not a big deal. Yesterday, Pat McAfee show. You know it's Aaron Rodgers Tuesdays. Well, when Aaron Rodgers left the field this week, 2 weekends ago, he was certainly insinuating he likes everybody talking about him. He's got a lot of that, look at me, what am I going to do? Keep my name in your mouth. Keep talking about me. Don't forget about me. Is he going to play next year? And is it going to be for the Packers? Well, yesterday was Aaron Rodgers Tuesday on the Pat McAfee show.
But do I still think I can play? Of course. Of course. Can I play at a high level? Yeah. The highest. I think I can win MVP again. The right situation. Right situation, is that Green Bay or is that somewhere else? I'm not sure. But I don't think you should shut down any opportunity. Like I said, during the season, it's got to be both sides like actually wanting to work together moving forward. And I think there's more conversations to be had.
Yeah, I'm going not a big deal. He obviously still feels like he could play at a high level. I think in the right situation, he can definitely play at a high level. He was bad that final game. He lost at Lambeau at home with a chance to make the playoffs. That's his move. Losing big games at Lambeau. That is his move throughout his career. I'm going not a big deal. Big deal or not a big deal. Inter Miami, my favorite MLS soccer team. They announced this morning that they have signed free agent Josef Martinez from the Atlanta United. He's a champion from a few years ago with Atlanta. Big-time goal scorer. I think it's 111 goals in 158 appearances. That's excellent. Apparently, this guy's awesome. I'm going big deal right there. Come on now. Inter Miami, let's win some soccer matches next year. Let's do it. Big deal or not a big deal. Last night in the NBA, the Bucks beat the Raptors last night. Giannis is out. You got to wonder what's going on there with Giannis. He missed a bunch of games in a row, including the 2 games last week here in Miami against the Heat. Brook Lopez got ejected for the first time in his career, getting into an altercation with Gary Trent.
And Holiday drives and finishes.
With that left hand again. Now we've got an altercation.
Lopez and Anunoby here, coach. And boy, there is a lot of contact. Arms being held, bodies being held. It's a scary spot over there in amongst the fans and the photographers.
Well, both teams did a great job of keeping their players on the bench, so there won't be a problem there.
Oh, Lopez grabbed his headband. Took Trent's headband off as he had him in the clutches. And Anunoby coming over to help his teammate right there. That looks like this one is going to be started with Lopez. And the officials were certainly want to go take a look at this. You can't take somebody's headband off.
I wouldn't think so.
That's for you to take off.
It started with Trent holding him, but that's a basketball play, and they just missed the call. You don't see Brook Lopez.
The previous play is being reviewed for a hostile act.
A hostile act. So I guess taking the headband off is a hostile act.
In basketball terms.
Yes. Hostile act.
Well, this could be interesting. We'll see. Mark the score here. Bucks lead by 3 with 6:40 to play.
So a lot going on there as you hear our pal Stan Van Gundy on the call there. Brian Anderson, NBA on TNT yesterday. Which, by the way, if I could add, that Tuesday night NBA on TNT crew, everyone talks about inside the NBA on Thursday nights, Ernie and Shaq and Kenny and Charles. Tuesday night crew's good too, man. You know, Shaq does double duty. It's Adam Lefkoe who hosts with Shaq, Candace Parker, and now Jamal Crawford, who he seems like a good fit. They had a funny bit last night. They were doing Jeopardy. Shaq got all kinds of mad at Jamal Crawford. Jamal Crawford was clearly cheating. Candace Parker's really good. That's a good show on Tuesday night also. They don't get any credit. Anyway, Brooke Lopez, you heard they're snatching the headband off at Gary Trent. Gary Trent did not want, once they got tangled up, Gary Trent didn't want anything to do with Brooke Lopez. Brooke Lopez, a big boy. He gets thrown out of the game. I don't think there's any type of suspensions that are ensuing, so I'm going to go not a big deal. Finally, got one more for you here. Big deal or not a big deal? So John Wall's with the Clippers this year, and he's having a decent season. You know, it's just the second season he's playing in the last 4 years. He sat out last year, played the year before that, was hurt the year before that, and then was still in Washington back in 2019. Where he was still a really good player. He was still a pretty good player a couple years ago in Houston, but he's a bench player now at the Clippers. I've always been a fan of John Wall. I wish we had John Wall instead of Kyle Lowry. Straight up, I gotta be honest. Here's John Wall. He was on some podcast yesterday talking about his time in Houston and specifically the young players and how Houston's Rockets are trash.
So I was just like, I was just being a professional.
Yeah.
Like I always wanted to teach them, like, don't get used to this shit. It's not how the NBA is.
Right.
Like, it's just a bad organization right now. Like, they got to fix some shit around. But, like, I always taught to Jalen Green, Kevin Porter, KJ, I'm like, yo, don't get adjusted to this losing shit. It's not how the league is.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I had to tell them, like, the shit y'all getting away with over here, you go to any other teams, you be out the league.
You be
like, you wouldn't play.
You're not playing.
I wouldn't play.
No facts.
So I'm trying to explain that to them because they think it's sweet. And I'm like, if you ever get traded and go somewhere else, you can be like, this motherfucker was right.
Yeah, I'm going big deal there. Like I said, I've always liked John Wall, and that Houston organization, they've lost like 100 of their last 101 games right now. They're awful. I thought maybe they were headed in the right direction when the Heat played at Houston earlier this year. Rockets gave them a little bit of trouble, got some young players, but I mean, if Kevin Porter Jr. is one of your young players who's kind of leading the way, your team's in bad shape. You know, remember, Kevin Porter Jr., the Cleveland Cavaliers, they drafted him. He's a good talent. And they got rid of him in the middle of his rookie year. They told him, go away. You gotta get lost. We don't want you anymore. Peace. Kevin Porter Jr. being one of your top guys, you're in big trouble. So I'm going big deal right there. The Rockets are in very bad shape. That right there is another edition of Big Deal or Not a Big Deal. Hey, if you're not feeling well, I gotta tell you guys about Doctors on Call 365. I'm so glad I found out about Doctors on Call 365 because we all run into this problem, right? If you're not feeling well, you call up your doctor. Hey, I got 103 fever right now. I got to come in and see the doctor. Okay, we got an appointment open in 2 weeks from now. No, I need to see someone right now. Well, Doctors on Call 365, South Florida's urgent care that comes to you. That's right. Dr. Alon, he's the medical director, board-certified emergency medicine and residency trained internal medicine doctor. He will come to your home, come to your office, wherever you're at. The convenience of knowing that the doc will come to you. You need COVID test, flu test, you need a strep test, you need blood drawn, you need a prescription filled or refilled. Yeah, Doctors on Call 365. They're coming to your home or wherever you're at. They're going to treat you right there. Now, it's self-pay, but what you're going to pay if you go to the emergency room and wait for hours. You're sitting there just waiting, and then the copay, you're going to pay more with your copay than you are to be in the comfort of your home and pay out of pocket for Doctors on Call 365 to come to you. Call now. You'll get someone on the phone immediately if you're not feeling well. 786-577-9302. DoctorsOnCall365.com. Again, get someone on the phone immediately if you're not feeling well. 786-577-9302. Also want to make sure, got to invite everybody to come to the Briny with me this weekend, all right? Briny Irish Pub, Pompano Beach. You know that's my spot for the NFL games. There are games on Saturday and Sunday. I'm going to be there for Sunday. So I guess it's Bengals at Bills, Cowboys at 49ers. I'm going to be at Briny Irish Pub, Pompano Beach. Take Atlantic Boulevard all the way down to the Atlantic, and you're going to find the world's greatest upscale dive bar. Now, make sure you park behind the Briny because it's free parking there. They're going to validate your tag. So park behind the Briny. We're talking cold beers, drafts on tap. You got great food. You know I love the shepherd's pie there. Oh my God, I love shepherd's pie so much. And live music every single night. Briny Irish Pub, Pompano Beach. You know that's my spot. Come hang out this weekend. And of course, you got fish and chip specials tonight. Briny hour 4 to 7. That's the happy hour. Go get yourself some fish and chips tonight. What else you got going on tonight? You got nothing doing. Go on out, have yourself a good time at the Briny. Excellent job today, Nick Costos. Our pal stopped by thanks to Impact Wrestling, Steve Macklin. Hey, however you're listening to the show today, make sure you like, you rate, you comment, you do all that good stuff, all right? That helps the algorithm, that helps me, and then I get all the monies, all right? So make sure you do all that good stuff. Tell your friends and family about the show. I love you long time. Great work by everybody involved in putting together the show today. I appreciate it. We'll talk to you on ZASLOW Show 2.0 tomorrow. You know what that means.